who should watch this video?
This 3+ hour of boot camp is going to be for end user who just want to become SAP MM end user.
Who is SAP end user?
Let me tell you the difference between end user.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Easy Learn. We have Manoj Pandey sir having 8+ years of experience in SAP and working as SAP lead consultant, and he also worked as senior consultant in renowned companies like Accenture, Infosys and TCS. And so first of all, welcome you Manoj sir.
Thank you for introducing me and giving me that opportunity. Thank you.
So welcome sir. I have some set of questions with us. So first is who is SAP end user?
Okay, so let me tell you the difference between end user and a consultant. So end user is someone who is using SAP as an end product for their day-to-day activity. For example, if we are talking about SAP MM end user, so SAP MM end user is basically creating PR, RFQ, GR and invoice verification. But consultant is going to configure that in backend SPRO. So someone have like aspiration to go as a end user, they can go with the end user role, because both roles are available in industries like end user as well as consultant. So that's about difference between end user and a consultant.
My second question is who should watch this video?
Okay, so this 3+ hour of boot camp is going to be for end user who just want to become SAP MM end user. Because as I just told you, like there are two types of roles in industry. One is an end user and another one is a consultant. So someone just want to become an end user, this 3+ hour of boot camp is more than sufficient to become SAP MM end user.
Okay sir. Okay sir, so my third question is what topics you covered in this 3 hours of boot camp?
Okay, so this 3+ hour of boot camp is going to be sufficient for SAP MM end user. So in that I have covered basic navigation that's required for SAP MM end user. What is master data like material master record, vendor master record, what's the purchase requisition, what is purchase order, what is goods receipt, what is invoice verification, and what is the release procedure that's required for end user. And most importantly, Fiori apps, like how you can launch Fiori apps and how you can use these Fiori tiles as an end user.
Okay sir, understood. I guess this video is sufficient for SAP end users. So I have one more question, like from where I get the server to practice this SAP end users?
So server is required to practice, definitely. So like there are so many online options available. You can directly purchase that SAP demo server, and mostly you have to take that server on rent, like monthly plan, 3-month plan or 6-month plan. So you can take that on rent and you can easily practice that. We also provide server access, online server access for both ECC and S4 HANA, and this course is on S4 HANA itself. So you can take that server access on S4 HANA, and we will ping our number in the comment section. So you can easily just WhatsApp us and you can ping us on WhatsApp, and we will allow you to provide you that server access on rent.
Okay sir. Thank you Manoj sir for such a valuable content. Guys, if you like this video, don't forget to share and subscribe our channel. So let's get started.
So in this session, we are going to discuss SAP MM end user roles and what are the topics that if you just want to go with the SAP MM end user job role, which topics you should cover. So we are going to see that. And SAP MM end user, or you can say storekeeper, these are the designations sometimes you see, like purchase assistant, operational staff, procurement head, procurement engineer. These are the designation you can see in organizations for SAP MM end user. So in SAP MM end user, we are going to see these topics, whatever we are going to cover for SAP MM end user point of view. And this is the most awaited topic, because so many of you have requested me to create a video on SAP MM end user topics. Like if someone just want to go for SAP MM end user, like someone just want to become consultant, but someone have the aspiration to become only as an end user. So these topics will help them a lot to crack their first job interview for SAP MM end user. So what we are going to see from very basic, from very start, we are going to see like basic navigations. We are going to see like how to log in, how to log off, how to use the favorite in SAP easy access screen, how to use navigation to create PO, PR, GR, how to do that we will see. And we will see how to create a material master record by just using these T codes, how you can create a raw material, how you can create a finished product, or how you can create a customized material, that we will see. Valuation class, valuation area, that all we will see. And what is that vendor master record, how we can create a vendor master record in ECC and in S4 HANA, that also we will see. How to create a purchase requisition, then we will see like how we can create a purchase requisition by just using T code ME51N. And what is purchase requisition, what's the business use for that purchase requisition, we will see that also. We will see like how we can convert PR to purchase order, like purchase requisition to PR, what's a T code, what are the steps for that, so that we can easily create a PR to PO, that also we will see. We will see display and change PO, what's the T code to display PO, what's the T code to change PO, that also we will see. Goods receipt, like what's the T code to do goods receipt, and how we are going to do that in SAP system. And we will see invoice posting, how end users used to do invoice posting in SAP S4 HANA screen. And we will see all these concepts in SAP S4 HANA latest version. SAP S4 HANA 2023 is the latest version till now. So we are going to cover all these topics on SAP S4 HANA 2023 screen. We will see how we can see as an end user stock overview, like how much stock is available in company's premises, and as per that we can create a PO. Material document display, we will see PO history tracking, right? Release strategy, what is release strategy, what's the business use of release strategy, how to do that, we will see each and everything. Request for quotation, how to create a request for quotation, what's a T code for that, that we will also see. So let me take you simply to SAP easy access screen. So this you can see here on the screen is a SAP logon, that we used to see SAP logon. Once you install SAP GUI, so this icon will come on your screen. And how can you install? I already made so many videos to how to install SAP GUI. For all the versions I just made a video, just check the playlist in my channel, just check the playlist like SAP GUI installation, with the name SAP GUI installation, you can see all the playlists there. So this is SAP logon, so you just need to double click on that. And to use that server, you need to take server on rent. How can you take server on rent? You can ping me on my WhatsApp number for server access. If you want to take server access on rent, you can simply ping me on my WhatsApp number. How you are going to find my WhatsApp number? Simply just see first pin comment, or in description box also I will mention my WhatsApp number here. So what you need to do, just double click on that icon, SAP logon icon, just give your user ID here, give your password here, and hit enter simply. Continue, hit enter. And this is first screen you can see is a SAP easy access screen. So mostly end users are going to work on that SAP easy access screen. So mostly end users are working mainly on that SAP easy screen, and consultants are mostly working in backend SPRO, in implementation guide. They are working on these nodes, whatever standard configuration they just want to perform, they used to do all in that SPRO backend. You can see from here itself. Okay, but as an end user, you don't require any access to that SPRO. You just simply need the access for that SAP easy access screen. So you can see like several nodes are there in that. So through navigation you can create purchase requisition, purchase order, that all you can do. I will explain that also. Okay, just hold on for some time I will explain each and everything. So first I am telling you how to log in. So just double click on that SAP logon, just give your user ID, just give your password and just click on login and you can simply come to that screen. Now we will see how we can log off. So to log off or to log out, there are 4 ways are there. So first you can just go to this menu bar and just go to system and you can just click on this log off icon or log off icon you can see here, and you can just need to click yes here. Once you click on yes here, you will simply log off from here. So I'm not going to log off because I want to show you each and every ways to log off. So this is first way to log off, like just go to menu bar, just go to system and just click on log off icon from here. Second way to log off is, you can see here, this is a command prompt. Once you can give here your command here like /NEND and you just hit enter here, you can simply log off from here, right? So this is how you can log off. If I will just click yes, I will log off. Simply I need to log in again. I need to give my password here, user ID and password, and hit enter. I can simply come to this SAP Easy Access screen. Now third way to log off is just use this icon here. So from here also you can log off. If I will just click on yes, again it will log off, but I'm not going to select yes. This time I'm going to select no. And fourth way to log off is just use T code /NEX. But you will see, by just using this T code, I can log off in single step itself. Like hit enter, I will log off in single step. That pop-up message is not coming. Like, do you want to log off? That data will be lost. That message will not come. Let me log in again. Hit enter. So this is the SAP Easy Access screen where end user is going to create all purchase requisition, RFQ, purchase order. They can do with the help of navigation also, and they can also do with the help of a T code, transaction code. So let me show you navigation, like just navigate to logistic. If we want to create a purchase order, we will just go to logistic node and then we will go to this material management node, and here purchasing node is there. You can see if end user want to create a purchase order, he will just go to this node. If end user just want to create a purchase requisition, he will just go to this purchase requisition node. If they just want to create a request for quotation, they will just simply go to this node. So let me show you purchase order. So I will just go here and I will double click on this and I will double click on this. So simply it will take me to create purchase order screen. Same like that, I can change purchase order, I can display purchase order from here. So this is a display screen that opened. Right now you can see you can't change anything here because this is a display screen, right? Same like that, we can create a purchase requisition also from here. This is a node for purchase requisition. So you can simply create a purchase requisition from here. If you want to create a RFQ, you can simply create from here itself, right? So this is how, with the help of navigation also, end user can open all these transactions like purchase order, purchase requisition, all these transactions end user can do. And with the help of T code also it can be done, like ME21N is a T code to create a purchase order. So simply this T code, once you hit enter, this same purchase order screen will open here. So with the help of T code also it can be done, right? Now let me tell you how you can create a favorite. Like if someone don't remember all these T codes, how they can add these T codes in the favorite. Even in the favorite we can add any URL address or our YouTube link, anything we can add in that favorite. So let me show you how we can create a favorite here. So favorite tab, just go to this favorite tab in that menu bar. Just go to this insert folder and just give your folder name here. So my folder name, let me give SAP T code. you can give anything, just hit enter, this folder just created. Now I just want to add some transactions, some transaction T codes there. How I'm going to add that? So simply I will just select this and I will go to favorite and I will go to insert transaction. You can see this below insert folder, there is a tab insert transaction. Just go there, whatever T code I just want to add here, I will add. So let's suppose I just want to add ME21N here. I will give ME21N. You can see create purchase order. This is come. So once I will just double click here, simply it will take me to this screen. Okay, like that I can add multiple T codes here. Let's suppose I want to add some more T codes. Again I will go to this favorite. Again I will go to this insert transaction. Let's suppose I just want to give MM01 here T code. This T code MM01 to create material master record. I am just giving here and hit enter. This is also added here. So directly I can open that screen, create material master record screen from here itself. Right? So this is how we can add a favorite. And from drag and drop also we can do. Right now we have seen how we can add with the help of this favorite tab. Now we will see how we can add T codes here by just doing drag and drop. So just go to logistic. Let's suppose I just want to add this T code. This T code I just want to add. So I will just select drag and drop here and it will come here. So with the help of drag and drop also I can perform that. You can see now create purchase requisition screen directly open from here. So we can add favorite tab here like that. And if we want to add some other if we just want to add some other objects, for example we just want to add some web address like Google or Gmail, we just want to add, we just need to add the web address here. We can simply add this in our favorite. We can just give like Google, okay, and we can give here like Google URL, whatever Google URL we have, like www.google.com. So this is all you can do in the favorite. With the help of favorite you can add all this in your favorite tab or in your favorite folder. So if I just select this URL from here, you will see the magic. And I will just give web address here, hit enter. You can see I can directly connect to Google. I can directly go to Google page from here itself. See how wonderful that SAP system is. If you compare with another ERPs, how wonderful or how beautiful this SAP system or SAP ERP system is. Okay, so this is how you can do the navigation, how you can do login and log off. So this is our first chapter or first topic that we have covered. Now we will see material master. So what is that material master? So material master means like we are going to create a profile of material master record in our SAP screen, right? So whatever material we are using to our day-to-day activity, we are creating a material master record, a record for that in our SAP screen, you can say. So we will just use T code MM01 to create a material master record. Here we can give any material number. It can be alphabet or it can be alphanumeric also. So let me give this material number, any material number you can give, and here we will give a industry sector. So industry sector I am taking mechanical engineering, you can take any industry sector, and here in raw material, in material type I am taking raw material. So material type can be raw material, it can be finished product, it can be semi-finished product, it can be like half fault, semi-finished, finished, spare part, it can be anything like that. Right, so let me select raw material from here. This is ROH standard raw material, material type. So as a consultant have to configure all these things like industry sector, material type, material, that all is configured by consultant, like material type, industry sector. But you as an end user, you just need to give all these, whatever is configured by consultant, you just need to mention all these details, and you just need to select views. If you just want to create a material master record, just select a view from here, and we are going to select 4 views like basic data one, purchasing, accounting one, storage location one, accounting one, just go to org level, just go to this plant, storage location, hit enter here. Let me give my material number here, basic unit of measurement, material group, hit enter. So from here we can give our valuation class, whatever our valuation class is, and like that we can give our standard price, we can give our variable price or moving average price, you can say. So whatever mandatory details are there, we are giving only mandatory details here. Okay, like valuation class, in accounting one view we are giving valuation class, and we are giving that price, and all these details we are giving. Hit enter and say this is a final screen, and you can see here this, from here you can see material is created. So this material is created, this material number, material 123 is created. Right, so this is material number that we have created. So this is a sign like this material is created. So this is how we can create a material master record. Let's suppose as an end user, I just want to make the changes in that material master record. I just made some mistake in that material master record. I just want to make some changes in that material master record. So simply I will just use T code MM02, and I will give material number here. I will select the views from here. Let's suppose I just want to make the changes in accounting one view only. So I will just select that, but let's suppose I want to make the changes in all these views, basic data one also, purchasing also, accounting one also, then I will select all these views. Otherwise, whatever changes I just want to make in any of the respective view, I will select that view only, and I will just click and I will just mention all these details here, like plant, storage location. So you need to maintain your plant, your storage location. So as a end user, you need not to create plant, storage location. Consultant you are going to create, they are going to provide you all these details. You just need to mention all these details while creating a material master record, if you are creating any material master record. So hit enter. Mostly like material master record also created by MDM consultants. So but in some cases, in some organization, that end users are creating that also. So this is the reason I mentioned this topic also in that. Okay, so hit, like I just want to make the changes in basic data one. So whatever changes I just want to make, let's suppose material group I want to change. From that 01 material group, I just want to make this material group 02. I will just simply select from here, I will hit enter and I will save it. And if I make the changes in some another view also, from here itself we can select the views. Like if I want to make the changes in accounting one view, I will simply go to accounting one view and I will just make the changes. Whatever changes I just want to make, I can make from here itself. Okay, if I want to make the changes only in basic data one view, so I can switch to the views from here itself, right? And let's suppose I want to make the change in description also, hit enter and save it. So like that we can change a material master record. So the same material number is there. So we have created by just using T code MM01, we have changed by just using T code MM02. Now if I want to display, I will just simply use T code MM03. So in that MM03, I will just give my material number. I will select the views from here. Whatever view I just want to see, I want to display, I will select from here simply. So let's suppose I just want to see purchasing view. I will select purchasing view from here. I will hit enter. I will give my plant here and I can display. So right now I'm in a display mode. Okay, I'm in a display mode. Right. So this is how we can create a material master record by just using T code MM01. We can change by just using T code MM02, and we can display by just using T code MM03. Okay, and these key fields also we have used. That key fields also we have used like material type, raw material, ROH, finished product, FERT, basic unit of measurement, like each I have taken valuation class, like for raw material its standard valuation class is 3000, 3001, 3002, 3003. So this is how you can create a material master record, right? Let me show you notes also if you want to see. Meanwhile it's for consultant, but you can see. So here it is. So for configuration part for consultant, we will see all these things, but for end user, we will only see like how to create a material master record. Right, so you can create directly by just using T code MM01, and you can make the changes by just using T code MM02. Okay, like T code to create is MM01, T code to change is MM02, and T code to display is MM03. So these three T codes are there, and these are the standard materials. Like for raw material, material type or material code is ROH. For spare part, material code is ERSA, IRSA. For semi-finished goods, material type is HUL, and for finished goods, material type is FUT. So you can see these are the standard material types. Mostly you are going to use these 4 standard material type. And for services, if we want to purchase some services also, then this is SERV. Okay, SERV. And if I want to see the list of material, whatever material master record or materials I have created in SAP system, if I want to see that, how I can do that? Simply I will go to SAP screen. Let me give my user ID and password, hit enter, select this first option, hit enter. When this option used to come, and like when we didn't log out properly at that time, that option used to come. So just select this first option. Now I am going to see the list of materials by just using T code MM60. So by just using this T code MM60, I can see the list of my material master records. So this is my plant. Here I just need to mention my plant and just execute from here. You can see list of my all material. These all are material number that I have created in that system. This is a description. This is a plant for that. This is a date on which I just changed last time. This is a material type. This field is for material group, for which group this used to belong, like electrical group, electronic group, metallurgical group, whatever group they used to belong. Unit of measurement, it can be each, it can be kg, it can be kilogram, it can be any unit of measurement. Purchasing group, like which group of pupils are going to responsible for that. That all configured by consultant, but as an end user, it's not our role to create all these things. Max to max we are going to create a material, that also done by MDM consultant, as I was explaining to you. But sometimes in some organization, very rarely, like material master record also created by end users. This is a valuation class, this is a price control. So this all be seen only in case of a consultant role, but for an end user we just required that how to create by just using T code MM01, how to change by just using T code MM02, how to display by just using T code MM03. So that all only we have seen here. Now this material master record topic is covered. Now we will see next topic. This is vendor master record. So vendor master record in ECC we used to create by just using T code XK01, but as an end user you need not to create this vendor master record or that BP business partner in SAP S4HANA or that material master record. But I am just explaining you, like if some interviewer is going to ask to you what is that vendor master record, what is that material master record, at least you can explain that. So material master record, we are maintaining material related data like material group, material unit of measurement, and their valuation class, their price, all these details we are maintaining in material master record. Same like that in vendor master record, we are maintaining vendor related informations like name of the vendor, its description, vendors details like their bank details, their accounting details. We are seeing all these details on that we are seeing. So this is like a vendor master record, how we are creating a vendor master record, right? So we will see that in SAP system also. So let me open my SAP screen to show you what is that, how we can create that. So let me show you in both ECC and S4HANA screen. I will just go give an overview because this is not required eventually for that end user. For consultant only it's required. If you want to go with for a consultant course, full consultant course, either recorded my complete recordings for SAP consultant end to end, where I just used to do the projects, real-time projects training I used to do. So if you want to go only with a recording, you can directly go and you can directly purchase that from that video's description. I will mention the link of our LMS, learning management system. From there you can see I have beautifully designed that course for consultant also at very reasonable prices. If you want to purchase that also, you can purchase from here. And if you just want to go with the end user, you can just go through that video. I guess this will be the more than sufficient. And if you want more end user training, end-to-end end user training, live training, you can also connect me on my WhatsApp number. I will also mention that in the description box of that video. You can see and you can connect with our team and they will guide you, right? So come back to this topic. Let me show you first in ECC, then I will show you in S4HANA. We are going to see that first in SAP ECC screen, then I will show you in SAP S4HANA. So let me take you to SAP screen, ECC. This is SAP ECC sandbox. Let me give my user ID and password, same like in SAP S4HANA. And here I will use T code XK01 to create a vendor master record. So this is a that vendor master record screen, like where we used to create a vendor master record. This is the screen. And here we are going to give our vendor, our company code, our purchase organization, account group. All these details we are mentioning here in that vendor master record, right? So we are going to create a vendor master record by just using key code XK01. So here we need to give our vendor number. Let me give any vendor, like let me give a vendor and user vendor. Let me give anything. Let me give my company code here, whatever company code we have. Our purchase organization, which organization is responsible for that, whatever purchase organization. So let me give my purchase organization KRP1. This all configured by consultant. This purchase organization, this company code, this account group, that's all configured by consultant. But as an end user, we used to take these values like a data entry, you can say. So let me give account group here. Let me take this one, standard 0001, hit enter. Account number is incorrect. Let me take, because the length is too big I guess, so let me give when 123. Any alphanumeric? Okay, that's already exist. Let me take this. Okay, hit enter, and here we need to give our title. So title can be company, it can be anything. Give your name here. So we are giving only mandatory fields here. We are not going to mention each and everything here. So this is street and address, postal code, country, region, hit enter. From here we can give all the bank details for that user. We can mention it here. Hit enter. Account key. Payment terms, like it's going to payable immediately, it's going to pay within 15 days, whatever payment terms are there, that also configured by consultant. As an end user, you need not to configure all these things. You need to use all these things as a data entry, that's it. And I'm just giving a mandatory field. These all fields also we can give in the real time, whatever client have given, whatever details he required, we are going to mention. But here we are giving only mandatory details, mandatory fields. Hit enter, enter. Currency. So currency, I'm taking INR here. Hit enter, hit enter. Yes. So from here you can see vendor is created. So like that we can create a vendor in ECC screen. So this vendor is created when 127. We can also make the changes in vendor by just using T code XK02. So this is the thumb rule also. You can remember that simply. There is a thumb rule. Let me tell you this also. Let me open notepad. So this is a thumb rule, like if you remember any T code, like for creation of a material master record, let's suppose T code is MM01, to change it will be MM02. So sir, what is the thumb rule here? So simply, you need not to remember each and every T code. I am just giving you a thumb rule or a trick to remember all these T codes. If MM01 is a T code to create a material master record, then to change it will be MM02 plus 1, you can say MM02. And if you are going to do plus 1 in that again, for change it will be for display. To display it will be MM03. Okay, MM03 is to display. So then sir, what is the thumb rule? Same like for each and everything. Like for vendor master record, if you know the T code to create a vendor master record, you just need to remember this T code XK01. To change, this is XK02, right? This is XK02. And to display, this is XK03. Same like for purchase order, like to create a purchase order. So you need not to remember so many T codes. You just need to remember one, and you can remember easily change and display. So to create a PO, T code is ME21N. To change, T code is ME22N. And to display, T code is ME23N. Right? Same for purchase requisition. To create purchase requisition, T code is ME51N. To change, T code is ME52N. To display, T code is ME53N. Okay, same for RFQ. To create RFQ, T code is ME41. To change, T code is ME42. To display, same like that. Okay, so same like that. This is only required for you. Like for end user, you don't require so many T codes. Like for goods receipt, T code is MICO. For invoice verification, T code is MIRO. So only these limited T codes you need to remember. You need not to remember so many T codes. Like for consultant, so many T codes are required. But as an end user, you don't require so many T codes. Right? So this is how you can remember the T codes. T codes simply transaction codes. So for all the transaction, there is a unique code is there. So for that, we are saying T code. So we can change that vendor master record by just using T code XK02, and we can display by just using T code XK03 if we want to display anything, right? So we can display it from here. Same like that in SAP S4HANA, we are creating BP. We are not creating in SAP S4HANA, we are creating BP, business partner. Instead of creating that vendor, we used to create a BP, business partner in SAP S4HANA. So what's the difference? It is required for consultant, but let me tell you even. Like for and like in ECC is a previous version. S4HANA is a latest version. ECC has its like they are going for some third party database, for example SQL, for example some any third party like a database like Oracle or SQL they are having. But in case of SAP S4 HANA, they are having their own database. So on database in that SAP S4 HANA is like HANA is a database, right? So in SAP S4 HANA some updates are there if you compare to ECC. Mostly 90 to 95% things are same. But some updates are there from ECC to S4 HANA, and from that one update is like just like in SAP S4 HANA we create a BP business partner instead of creating a vendor. Right, so like in SAP S4 HANA they just make update like whenever there is a customer, there is a supplier, there is a good supplier, there is a vendor, there is an invoice supplier, all will be considered as a business partner. So we need not to create separately as we used to create in ECC system. In S4 HANA only one BP business partner need to be created. So this is the difference, right? Okay, I just told you, but it's not required for you as an end user. So let me log in here and let me use T code BP. So here T code is BP to create a business partner, and you just need to go to organization and you just need to mention, you just need to assign a grouping, BP grouping. That all is created by, all is configured by consultant. You need not to configure, like consultants are configuring that BP role, that grouping, each and everything is configured by consultant. You as an end user, you just need to mention whatever details they have provided, like this is the BP grouping, okay. You will give that grouping here. Whatever BP role is there, you are going to assign that BP role here simply. So these like data entry type things you are going to do as an end user. You need not to configure all these things. So let me take Let me take anything from here. Okay, here supplier number. So you need to give all these detail, you need to assign that, and you can simply create a BP from here. Business partner. So instead of creating a supplier, like creating a vendor in S4 system, we are creating a BP. Same like that, we are giving all these fields, all these details, all these basic details. We are not going to deep in down in this topic because this is not required for end user. Whatever is required, let me explain that only. So that also we have covered. And yeah, one more thing. Like we have seen, T code to see the list of material master record is MM60. Same like that, T code to see the list of supplier is MKVZ. So MKVZ is a T code to see the list of supplier. And in this field, you need to give, if you want to see as per purchase organization, so you need to mention your purchase organization here only. If you want to see as per account group also, you will mention your account group also. If you want to see as per supplier number, you can see as per a supplier number also. So these are like a filters that you can apply to see the list of supplier. So I just want to see as per my purchase organization, I will just click on execute, and these all are my suppliers list. So these all are my suppliers list that I have created. These all are my suppliers. Same like that if I show ECC also, because more than 60 to 70% organizations still using ECC. So let me tell you ECC also. Okay. But complete end-to-end we will see in SAP S/4HANA latest one 2023. But sometimes I am also showing you ECC because some users maybe who is going to watch that video in their company, ECC is still there. So that will also helpful for them also. Meanwhile, both are 90 to 95% same. Only few changes are there. Okay. So for ECC, like if you want to see the list of suppliers, same T code is there, MKVZ. To see the list of suppliers, T code is same, MKVZ. Okay, so from here also same like that, like export system, that screen have opened. You need to mention your purchase organization, execute. You can see the list of your suppliers here simply, right? Okay, so like that we can do. We can see same in ECC and S/4HANA. We can see the list of suppliers. So we are going to do in SAP S/4HANA only. So I'm going to log out this and let me log in S4 system. So this is my S4 system, and let me deep down to next topic. Let us deep down to next topic. Like this, all we have covered. Basic navigation we have seen. We have seen material master record, how to create, how to change, how to display. We have seen. We have seen vendor master record also, how to display, how to change, how to create in both ECC and S4 system. As an overview we have seen. Now we will see purchase requisition. So sir, what is a purchase requisition? So purchase requisition is just an internal document that we are using. Let me give you a very practical example so that you can relate. So that your mom is coming to you and she is saying, go to market and just buy bread, butter, and milk, coffee powder. Just go and just buy all these stuffs. You will go to one grocery shop. You will before going to that grocery shop, you will make a checklist so that you don't forget whatever you want to purchase, like bread, butter, how much bread is required, how much butter is required, how much that quantity is required for each and everything. You are going to maintain a checklist for your reference only. And keep in mind, you are not going to give that to your shopkeeper. You will just take this for your reference. Okay, so that you can see, okay, this is I need to be purchased from shopkeeper so that I can remember that need to be purchased. You will make just a checklist. Same like that, we are creating a purchase requisition in our organization. Okay, purchase requisition we are creating, we are not sending that purchase requisition to any vendor or supplier. We are just creating for our reference. So this is why we are creating a purchase requisition. What's the business requirement for that purchase requisition? Right? So, and we used to say that material indent also. Let me open the notes also. Meanwhile, this is for consultant, but we can take some reference from there. So let me open purchase requisition note. I guess here it is, purchase requisition. That all like for consultant, for end user it's not required. Okay, let me cover only. Here it is. Okay, so purchase requisition there. So as I just gave you example, like in our house we have make a list of material to be purchased. Same like that, we used to create a material indent in SAP system, and that material indent, like iron sheet we required 10, condenser coil we required 2, condenser we required 5. Same like that, we used to create a material indent in our SAP system, and that we used to say purchase requisition, PR. So this is an internal document. When the company is in need of a material, we will create a PR, and this will not send to a vendor. That we use for only for our reference. We don't share that to our supplier or vendor. We just create for our reference only. So that's the reason we used to say this is an internal document, this is not an external document, because we are just using that internally. We are not sharing that to anyone. So what's the business requirement? What's the business use for this purchase requisition then? So whenever company is in need of a material, they will create a material indent that used to called as a purchase requisition in SAP system. This will contain what it will contain. It will contain material number, it will contain quantity, how much quantity we just want to purchase, 100 quantity, 50 quantity, 200 quantity, whatever quantity we just want to purchase, we used to mention that. Our plant we used to mention here. Okay, so that we will see. So these are the T codes that we are going to use to create a purchase requisition. Like to create a purchase requisition, T code is ME51N. To change purchase requisition, if like some changes we just want to make, like let's suppose we just make some mistake or anything we just forgot to take, we just want to add that, we will just use T code ME52N. And if we just want to display that purchase requisition, then simply we will use T code ME53N to display. Okay, and in that we can't do any changes, we can only display. And if we want to see the list of our all purchase requisition, then we will simply use T code ME5A. So let me show you one by one. Let me take you to SAP screen, and we will see that in latest version of SAP S4 HANA 2023. Just give your user ID, your password. Okay. So let me use T code ME51N. This is a T code to create a purchase requisition. Let me open Notepad. So purchase requisition is our topic. To create purchase requisition, T code is ME51N. To change ME52N, to display ME53N. So I am just using T code ME51N to create a purchase requisition. This screen will open, and here you can see document type, that all configured by consultant. That document type and all these you need not to be worried about all these things. That all you will have once consultant will configure, you will just use that. So you will just use a document type. So for here, just use a standard document type and B. This is also interview question. So what's the standard document type for purchase requisition? This is and B, right? And here you can see this header is there. So in header we are going to maintain anything. If we want to maintain any note here, we can maintain like please pack all material. Okay, so here let me give my material number. So what material number I have, I can open in another session. I will open list of my material. So how can I open another session? I will just use T code /O followed by the T code whatever transaction I want to perform. So let's suppose I just want to see the list of material master record. To see list of material master record, T code is MM60, you know that. So what I will do, I will just use T code /O followed by the T code whatever transaction I want to perform. So here I just want to open list of my material, whatever I have created in the system. All material master record I want to see, the list of all material master record. So I will simply use T code MM60, and here I will, before that I will just use T code /O, so that one more session will open and I can use that, I can utilize that session also. So in plant I will give my plant number, execute. This is all my material number. I can use any of the material. So simply I will use this mat02. So here I will give my material number mat02, and this first field is for item, line item, how many line items I am going to use. So for first line item this is 10, this will be 20, for second line item, for third line item 30, fourth line item 40, like that. Here item category and here account assignment. So for MM side we just required sometimes only cost center, otherwise this is also not required for end user. For consultant we used to configure all these things. In item category, like if we are creating a purchase requisition, standard purchase requisition, so we are not going to select anything. But let me give all these details first, then I will come again back to this item category because I can't select from here. Okay, first let me give all these details. Let me open again, or like right now I'm in display mode na. If I'm in display mode, I want to change from display to edit mode. From here this icon, we can simply do that. Okay, so I'm giving material number, or better I will show you again freshly. I will open ME51N and I will just use anything here like pack all material properly. Okay, so material number let me give here like mat02, quantity, whatever quantity we just want to purchase. Our plant number, plant code, so plant code is KL01 in my case. That all will be configured by consultant only. Storage location, purchase group, which group of people is going to be responsible for purchasing that purchase group. And let me click to this icon, check icon. So just click on this icon, document type, okay. So let me check it again, document type NB not allowed with document category B. Okay, someone just make a document category B as a default, so that I have to check also. So these tickets, these errors are coming. As a end user, you need not to be worried about all these things. Consultants, support consultants are going to resolve all these things. You need not to worry. If you are stucking, like you are facing some errors like that, you are just going to send that to the team. They are going to send to the consultants team. So they are going to figure out. So you need not to worry about all these things. But let me create, someone just change that standard data, because these are the online systems, so students may keeps on making the changes. Let me take some another document type. Okay, and hit enter and save it. So just check it and we can save it. Like someone just changed this standard document type, some changes someone just made. This is the reason this error is coming. So this is an online system. So online system students are keeps on changing. Okay, but in the real time, you will work as an end user, you will not face any issues. Like these tickets will be resolved by consultants team, support consultant team. Meanwhile, standard document type is NB, but someone just deleted that or make some changes in that. Because NB is not visible now. Let me take something else. And like that, we can create a purchase requisition. So here, not only for one line item, I can create for multiple line item also. Like some another material also, I just want to purchase in 100 quantity, whatever quantity is there. I will just mention these details, mandatory details like plant, quantity, material number, storage location, purchase group, and just check here. Once you will check, you can create for multiple line items like 100, 50, 200, whatever it is. And this note will be applicable for all the line item. Okay. So come here. Here you can see different tabs are there. So in that purchase requisition itself, you can see different 4 areas are there. So where is that 4 areas? If I just collapse here, these 4 areas you can see. Document overview on, header area, item overview area, and item detail area. So basically these 4 areas are here. Okay, and I just mention in header data that detail. In item overview, I just maintain all these details like material number, sort text, quantity, delivery date, all these details we have maintained in that. And now we are going to see item detail also. So in item detail, we will see each and every tab one by one. Like this is a tab, enhance limit, material data, quantity date, and all these details are there. So if I just check it here, here is you can see the limit. So if some limit is there, as per the values, is if there is some limit like expected value, overall limit, if that's there, we can maintain it here. In material data tab, we can maintain material number related things like batch number is required if some batch number is there. That all configured by consultant. You just need to mention as an end user here. Supplier material number is there if something, sort text. In quantity and date, or you can see now whatever I am taking here, that will same reflect here. So if I will take 200 na, here 250 you can just take and hit enter, that same 250 will be updated here, right? So like that. So anything you will make the changes, that will reflect here. Why it only changed for MAT 2025, why it's not changed for MAT 02? Just check from here, because here MAT 2025 is selected. If I will select MAT 02 from here, then it will change all, each and everything, or each and every data will be changed for this only. Okay. So you can see 150 have changed from here itself. Valuation, if any valuation is there, like what's the price there, this is the valuation price, moving average price, this is the currency. Okay. Source of supply, who, like which supplier is there. If we just maintain any source list for that, then all that data will be copied from source list. That also the part of consultant, you need not to worry about that also. All will be done by the consultant in backend. You just need to, if you are creating with that, you just need to click on assign source of supply. Automatically supplier number will come here. If like fixed supplier is there or something is there, it will automatically come here. Purchase organization, that all will come here. You just need to click on assign source of supply. In status, you can see the status for that. Okay, so once we will post that, we will create a PO, we will create a GR. At that time, we can see that status will be updated. Like what's the status for that material? Who is the contact person? Like who is the sales person? Who is the contact person? Anyone like who have created that. So admin have created that. If someone have requested, sometimes what happen, let me tell you the real time scenario, what used to happen. Like initially also I worked as an end user like almost 7 to 8 years ago. When I started a career, for 5 to 6 months I just worked as an end user, so I know all these stuff. So sometimes what happen, let's suppose you are working as in a purchasing department as an end user, and you just need to create a purchase requisition, but you are on a holiday and you are on a vacation, but it's just a mandatory, someone needs to be created that. So what you are going to say, you will say some of your colleague, please create that purchase requisition on my behalf, and he will create by his user ID, and at that time of a creation, in that contact person, in that requisitioner field, he will mention your name itself. Okay, because he is creating on your reference. So requisitioner who will have requested is going to be there. Okay, so this is used for that. If some tracking number is there, that we can maintain it here. Some tax we just want to maintain. So what's the difference between this tax and this tax? So this tax will only be belongs to this MAT 02. Whatever we are going to write it here, that will be applicable for MAT 02 material number. But whatever we have mentioned in that header node, that will be applicable for all the material. Even I have mentioned it here, for all the material, right? So this will be applicable for all the material. Delivery address, like on which address this material, once we will create a PO, on which address this is going to be delivered. This is a delivery address, right? This is the address of a delivery. So just check it. If you just check and no message is there, so that means it's error free. Okay, and we can easily save it. So just save it from here, and we just created a purchase requisition. This is our purchase requisition number. Okay, let me copy on Notepad. So this is how we can create a purchase requisition. If we just want to make some changes in this purchase requisition, we will simply use this T code. Just mention it in comment section. If you remember, if to create purchase requisition, T code is ME51N. So just write in a comment section. Just pause that video right now and just write what will be the T code to change purchase requisition. Just go in a comment section and just write it down. Yes, if you have write correct, let me tell you, ME52N is a T code to change purchase requisition. So I will just use ME52N and I will just click on this other purchase requisition icon. So just click on that and just copy your purchase requisition number from here. Just copy this and just paste it here, hit enter, and just check it and save it. And if we just want to make any changes, we can make the changes. So just see, right now I can't make any changes because this is right now in a display mode. So if I want to like switch from display mode to change mode, or from change mode to display mode, reverse also it can happen. How can I do that? So mostly like end users used to start there, they are using T code like that for change purchase requisition. As you know, T code is ME52N. They have used that same T code, but display purchase requisition screen have opened. So how they can switch from display to change mode or change mode to display mode? Let me tell you. So you just need to click on this icon here. You can see one icon is there. From there you can just switch from display to change mode and from change mode to display mode. So once I just click on this, it will be on change mode right now. Again, if I just want to go for display mode, I will click on that and it will come back to that display mode. So right now I just want a change mode. So anything I want to change, let's suppose I just want to change the quantity. Instead of 150, I just want to take 50. Instead of 250, I just want to take 100. Hit enter. And I can say from there whatever the changes I just want to make. Like I just want to make the change in storage location, I don't want to store that in storage location 1, I just want to store in storage location 2. I will select from here and I will check it and I will save it. So this is how I can change that purchase requisition. You can also see here purchase requisition changed. If I want to display that purchase requisition, how can I display? That also we will see. So that same purchase requisition will be there. You can also see same purchase requisition number will be there. This and this will be same because you just change from some fields from that same purchase requisition. Now if I want to display, which T code I am going to use? I will just simply use T code ME53N. Okay, and here I will just go to other purchase requisition. I will give my purchase requisition number here. So let me take from notepad. This is my purchase requisition number. Let me copy this, let me paste it here, hit enter. Okay, just I can display. Right now I'm in a display mode. Right now you can see quantity is 50. For this quantity is 100. Earlier that was 150 and I guess 250. So we have changed. This is a tracking number. Okay, if you want to have some tracking number through which we can track that, we can also mention it here. So this is how we can display a purchase requisition. So T code, you know, ME53N. To display T code is ME53N. Okay, to change ME52N. Now I just want to see list of my purchase requisition, like how many purchase requisition I have created. If I just want to see that, how can I see that? Okay, like how many purchase requisition is created this month, last month. If we want to see all that report, all that data, how we can see that? Simply we will use T code ME5A. So T code is ME5A. So let me use T code ME5A. Hit enter. So this screen will open. You just need to mention your plant here, which plant you want to see, which delivery date you want to see. You can see from here itself. Okay, let's suppose you want to see a delivery date on this. If any number of a purchase requisition is there, it will be there, but there is no purchase requisition for this delivery date. So I'm just giving my plant here only and I will just execute. So date wise also you can see So these all are my purchase requisition that I have created for that plant. So from here I can extract the report. I can see each and everything, for which material number, how much quantity, for which plant, for which storage location, for which purchasing group. Each and everything we can see from here itself, right? Each and everything we can see from here. If I just go back, and if I just want to give, these are like a filter. If I want to see as per purchase requisition number, I can give only purchase requisition number here. Let's suppose I want to see for this purchase requisition number, so I will just mention this purchase requisition number here, hit enter, and I can easily see that, okay, like for that purchase requisition, 2 material is ordered, 50 quantity, 100 quantity, this is a delivery date, this is a plant, this is a storage location, this is a purchase group, this is a tracking number, this is a supplier who is a fixed supplier for that, and this is a purchase info record. So each and every detail we can see from here itself, right? If I will just leave that, these all are like a filters. If I want to see for some specific material, like for mat 02, how seeing create purchase requisition, how we can create a purchase requisition, why we used to create a purchase requisition in SAP screen, like what's the business requirement for purchase requisition, what are the different tabs there, whatever is required for end user point of view, we have covered each and everything. Now we will see purchase order and how we can convert purchase requisition to a purchase order, that we will see. So let me take you to SAP screen, SAP sandbox. Let me log into SAP S4 HANA screen. And let me use T code ME21N. So let me show you what's a T code to create a purchase order. So for purchase order, to create a purchase order, create a PO, T code is ME21N. To change purchase order, T code is ME22N. And to display purchase order, T code is ME23N. Okay, so we will see how we can create a PO, and how we, if we just want to make some changes, how we can make the changes and how we can display. And you can see, like if you remembered only T code to create a purchase order, you can easily remember to change PO, and to display also you can remember. So we will use that on our SAP screen, and T code is ME21N. So 2 ways are there. Either you can go with that navigation, just go to logistic, just go to material management, just go to purchasing node, just go to purchase order, this node, and you can just double click on create, and just double click on this. You can create a purchase order from here simply, right? And one more option you have with a T code, with ME21N, simply you can create a purchase order. So this is a purchase order screen where we can create a purchase order. Here you can see 4 areas are there, same like purchase requisition. In purchase order also 4 areas are there, like document overview on, header area, item overview area, and item detail area. So we will see that one by one, what is header area, what is item overview area, what is item detail area, whatever is required for end user point of view, we will see that one by one, right? So let's suppose I just want to create a PO with respect to that purchase requisition. So for that also I have 2 options. First option is I can use that document overview on option. I can go to that, I can go to that selection variant, I will just click on that, I will go to my purchase order tab, just click on my purchase order, and these all are my purchase order. So let's suppose I just want to create a purchase order with respect to my purchase order, I can create from here. But this time I just want to create with respect to my purchase requisition. So I will just go again to this selection variant, and I will go to my purchase requisition tab. So I will just click on this, and you can see this is my purchase requisitions. I recently created one purchase requisition also, like this. In last it's a 213. So this I created recently. So how can I create a purchase order with respect to this purchase requisition? If I want to create a purchase order with respect to this purchase requisition, how can I create? So simply I will just use key code ME21N. I will go to this document overview on option, and here I will go to my purchase requisition, and here this is my purchase requisition number. So I will just click on this, and I will click on adopt, and I will go here, and it will showing like tax, this is not for this. I will give like T0 here, then it's fine. So I just created a purchase order with respect to my purchase requisition. So I just opened that document overview. If I just do a quick review for that, I just went to that document overview on option. Here I just went to that selection variant, and here I just selected my purchase requisition list, and I just went to my purchase requisition. I just selected here, and I click on adopt. All that details just copied from purchase requisition, like supplier number, and all these details just came. But we need to mention like org data here. Org data is also copied from that. So each and everything is just copied from that purchase requisition. If you remember, we have created a purchase requisition for 2-line item. So you can see each and everything is just copied from that. Okay. So here also like different tabs are here, different areas are there. As I told you, like document overview on, there is a one area. So we have used that to create a purchase order with respect to purchase requisition. We can also create with respect to RFQ. We can also create with respect to another purchase order. We can also create with a scheduling agreement. So for that all we can use that option document overview on, and we can use anything. If we want to create with respect to my purchase requisition, we will go to this option. If we want to create a purchase order with respect to scheduling agreement, we will go to this option. If we want to create a purchase order with respect to request for quotation, that we will see like what is request for quotation, because that's also required for SAP MM end user. So at that time we will also create a PO with respect to request for quotation, because that's your job, like to create a PO with respect to purchase requisition, to create a PO with respect to request for quotation, to create a PO with respect to another PO. This will be your job. This will be a real job, like in real time as an end user. Okay, so what I will do, I will just create a PO right now with this document overview on, and different areas are here. We will not go in details. Okay, but let me give some overview. Like this is related to payment terms, like the terms of payment. This is related to conditions that all configured by a consultant, SAP MM consultant. What will be the pricing procedures will be there, what will be the gross price, what will be that net price, what will be, whatever the prices are there, we are going to like consultant is going to configure that. But you as end user, you need to just mention a value, how much percentage of discount is there, how much like amount is there for non-deductible tax, how much amount is for actual price. Then system will calculate the actual price itself, right? So as an end user, you need not to worry about all these stuff. You just need to mention the data here. That's it. In text, as we have seen in purchase requisition, same like that. For all line items, whatever line items are there, like here 2 line items are there, we are going to maintain a text here related to these 2 line items. Address, like whatever address is there, we are going to maintain it here. Whatever communication is there, like who is the salesperson, what's his telephone number, your reference, our reference, all details are there. Partners, like if that supplier has some partner, as an end user we are going to maintain that. Like if some another is a delivery plant is there, someone is another vendor is there, someone is a good supplier, someone is going to like submit the invoice only. So as per that, we are going to maintain suppliers partners, whatever partners are there. Okay, we will not go in details, like that also done by consultant, you just need to mention, like if they are going to say like, okay, just make this as a good supplier, you will just mention that, and that's it, like a data entry. We'll just go to the that. Then we will go to that additional data. Here we are maintaining collective number, and this is a mandatory data in a purchase order, like purchase organization, which purchase organization is there, which purchase group is there, which company code is there. This is a org data. And in status you can see, as an end user it's also required, like how much you have ordered. That means how much, for how much quantity you have created a PO, like 100 plus 50, 150 ordered. Delivered is 0 because we didn't did any goods received until now. Still to delivered is 150. Invoice is 0 because we didn't make any payment or any invoice we didn't receive, we didn't post any invoice document, so it's showing 0 there. Once like GR document is posted, it will also updated. Once still to deliver will be updated, it will also updated. Once invoice will be updated, that will also be updated. Like once we just post the invoicing document, then all this is going to be updated. I will come back again to this, and I will show you once I will do the goods received, once I will do the invoice verification in complete P2P cycle, and we will see that. Again we will come back and we will see each and everything, because as an end user you just require all that data so that you can do a real-time tracking, right? Here it's all about Incoterms. Like for import procurement there is an Incoterm, for domestic purchase there is a payment term. So for like if we just want to import something from some another country, then we are maintaining that. Okay. And here we are, as you know, as we just created a purchase requisition, same like that, a purchase order screen is there, material number you need to give here, you need to give quantity, you need to give price. Additionally, like in purchase requisition we are not giving any price, but in purchase order you need to give a price also, currency also, and all this data, right? So this is how we can create a PO, purchase order. So in item detail, different tabs are there. This is for material data, and this is for this material number. If I can select from here, I can switch to another material also. If I want to maintain the data for mat 02, I will just go to that mat 02 and I will maintain that data for mat 02. Right? Here the quantity, like how much quantity we are ordering, 100 or 200 or 50, whatever is there. We can change from here also, that will reflect here also. Whatever changes we will make here, it will also reflect here also, right? Then we will go to delivery schedule, like on which date it's going to be delivered, what is the quantity that is going to be delivered, what is the date, what is the purchase requisition, all is there. Then delivery, like over delivery tolerance, under delivery tolerance, shipping instructions, stock type, that all we can maintain it here. So let's suppose some under delivery is there, 10%, under delivery or 10 to 20%, over delivery, we can simply maintain it here, right? So all that data will be provided to you, okay, by the team, and you just need to maintain, as I told you, like a data entry as an end user. If you want to put that in log stock or in quality inspection stock or in unrestricted use, you can change from here itself. Okay. And this is invoice, where we are maintaining tax. So I am taking T0, like 0% tax I am taking. You can, whatever your team will provide you, like okay, this 18% GST will be there. So you will maintain that tax code here. So that's done by consultant, even a FICO consultant used to do that in real time. Whatever condition types are there, you need to give here. You just need to give the value here, like 10 you need to give. Like this type of values you need to give only. All that configuration part is done by consultant. If you want maintain some tax related to this mat 02, you can maintain it here. On which address it's going to be delivered, this is the address on which it's going to be delivered. configuration, like if you require some acknowledgement, like yeah, this is received, so this is the acknowledgement. So if you want to receive some acknowledgement for that, you can do it from here simply. Condition control. So if you want a print price or estimated price, like print price is whatever is price is there in a PO, that will be considered as a print price. If you are giving the price here, it's okay, but you are giving it as estimated, means like you, that price can change from supplier end or from your end, it can change. But if it's a print price, means it's not going to be changed. That final price will be that, right? So let me check from here. You can see a icon is there, check icon. Just click on this and just save on this. This PO is created. So we have successfully created a purchase order. This is a sign like standard PO is created. Let me mention it here. Okay, so we have just created a PO. Now if I just want to make some changes in that purchase order, like let's suppose value, I just want to make the changes in value. If I just want to make the changes in quantity, if I just want to make the changes in anything, any data, okay, if I just took a wrong incorrect tax, so whatever I just want to make the change, or if I just forgot to maintain a tax, all I can do in a T code. What's the T code? You can just type in comment section. T code will be ME22N. So we will do that in T code ME22N. So this is a T code. Okay. And ME22N is to change purchase order, and here you can see the icon, other purchase order, and here we need to mention a PO number. So PO number is this one. Copy and paste it. Hit enter. Okay. So you can see if anything I want to change. If I want to change the quantity, I can change from here. If I want to change a delivery date, I can change from here. Anything I want to change, I can change from here simply. Okay. If I want to make the changes in tax also, that also I can do. Any changes I just want to make, I can make. If I just want to make the changes in storage location, I can make from here. So right now I'm just checking and everything is fine, no message is there, so I can simply save it. And you can see PO is changed. Even you can see from here standard PO is changed. So let me mention it here. You can see even PO number is same, exactly same. Okay. If I want to display, you know what's the T code to display this. Simply T code is ME23N. So let me give T code ME23N. And here we will go to other purchase order. This icon, just click on this, give your PO number here, whatever your PO number is, just give your PO number here. So this is my PO number, this one. Let me copy from notepad. You can use notepad for maintaining your data. Okay, so just give your PO number here, hit enter, and here you can see I can display. I can't make any changes, I can display only. You can simply see I can't make any changes. Okay, so this is how we can display our purchase order. Okay, so this is how we can display. And if we want to see the list of purchase order, whatever purchase order we have created, if we want to see the list of purchase order, So how we can see the list of purchase order, whatever we have created this month, how many purchasing document or purchase order we have created last month, last week, how we can track. So simply to see the list of purchase order, we are going to use T code. 3 T codes are there. One is ME2N. If we want to see list of PO, list of PO as per PO number, ME12. If we want to see list of PO as per vendor or supplier, you can say, then ME12 we are going to use as a T code. You can maintain whatever I'm maintaining in that notepad, you can maintain all that in your notebook. It all will be helpful for you in when you are going to work on real time. So list of PO as per vendor or supplier, you can say. This is a T code, and ME2M is to see list of PO as per material, as per material number. Okay. Okay, so we'll show you one by one. First let me use ME2N T code. So /n ME2N. Maybe you might be confused, sir, why I'm sometimes using /n, sometimes I'm using /o before any T code. So simply /n is just like to overwrite, like I don't require this screen anymore. I just want to overwrite this on this screen. Like this means this will be removed and new screen will open. But /o when I'm using, that simply means I'm using this screen as well as I just want to work on some another screen also. So this is like utilization of /n and /o. So /n ME21N, sorry, /n to see list of purchase order as per PO number. So here we will give our PO number simply. So purchasing document number. So if I want to see this, I will give that. Simply I just execute from here. I can see this PO. This is a PO number. This is a supplier number. This is a plant. This is storage location. This is a quantity, and this is a net price. Each and everything we can see from here, right? And same like that, if I want to see like from this to this, like that, I want to see from this PO to this PO, I want to see, I can give from here to here like that, and I execute from here. So I can see from this PO number to this PO number, 435, 436, 437. So these are the filters. If I want to see only for this plant KL01, if I'm just giving a delivery date, on this delivery date how many POs are there, each and everything we can maintain. Like as per supplier, if we want to give, we can give. As per supplying plant, from this plant is going to be supplied, that we can also give. Okay, so as end user we will not go in a detail, but like that you can see the list of purchasing document by just using T code ME2L, ME2N and ME2M. So ME2N is to see the list of PO as per PO number. ME2L is to see the list of PO as per vendor or supplier. ME2M is to see the list of PO as per material. So we have used ME2N, we are going to use ME2L and ME2M also. So /ME2L as per supplier. So here we just need to mention our supplier number and just execute from here. We can see all PO for that supplier. You can see supplier number is same, but PO number, quantity, material, that is going to be changed. Okay, so for that supplier, any number of purchasing document we have created in the system, we can see the list from here. So to see the reports, to see how much expenses is there on this supplier, how much we need to pay to their supplier, each and everything we can see, all these reports we can see by just using these T codes for that purchasing document, like ME2N, ME2L and ME2M. So now I'm going to show you ME2M also. So ME2M I can use, and in ME2M we just need to mention our material. Like, let's suppose I just want to see for material number MAT02 how many purchasing documents are there. So I will just execute and I can see all list of my purchasing document, right? So this is how we can create a PO, how we can change a purchase order, how we can display a purchase order, how we can see the list of purchase order as per PO number, as per vendor or supplier, or as per material. So this is all about purchase order, how we can create, what are various tabs are there, what are various fields are there. We have seen each and everything. Now what we are going to see, now we will see release procedure. Okay, you need not to configure, like end user used to configure that release procedure or release strategy for purchase order and purchase requisition, but you as a end user, you just need to see how, like, end user can release that, how it can be released, how that PR and PO can be released, how we are going to release that we are going to see only. What's the T code for PO and PR to release that? So let's see that. So now we will see how we can use the release procedure. So we will not go in details, like for consultant it's required, they are going to configure that. But as an end user, you should know like how you can release a PO and PR. Like even in the real time, higher authorities are releasing that. Let me tell you first what is why we are using that release procedure. So why we are using that, what's the business requirement for the release procedure. So for purchase requisition, let me tell you, like let's suppose this is the requirement of a client, like whenever this purchase requisition is created for some plant or some storage location or some purchase organization, and if it have some value like up to 0 to 50,000, under that value it must be released by supervisor and manager. It will be released by supervisor and senior engineer and manager. But after 50,000 PR value, purchase requisition value, it must be released by some higher authorities, like with supervisor, manager, senior manager and chief manager. They should release that. And if it's like value, purchase requisition value must be like, let's suppose if it's a client requirement, like PR value is more than even 5 lakh, then it must be released by senior manager and plant head. So we are going to fulfill that as a consultant, and as an end user you should be aware how these higher authorities are going to release that document. That simply means if this release procedure or release strategy is activated on purchase requisition, whatever condition, like on this plant, on this purchase organization, on this value, whatever the condition client is giving, if it's triggered or it's activated, then it, like that purchase requisition can only be converted to purchase order or request for quotation once it's released by higher authorities. Higher authorities like manager, senior manager, supervisor. Once they are going to release that document, then only we can create, we can purchase, we can create a purchase order from that purchase requisition. So how we can release a purchase requisition? So simply let me take you to SAP screen. This is SAP Sandbox. Let me log in. And let me give a T code. Let's suppose we just want to release the purchase requisition. So T code to release purchase requisition is ME54N. Like 3 options are there to release a purchase requisition. Let me show you all. So for purchase requisition, one T code is ME54N, one T code is ME54, and third T code is ME55. So by just using any of these 3 code, we can release our purchase requisition. So who have the access for these T codes? Like higher authorities, like manager, senior manager, who is going to release that document. So T code is ME54, and here we just need to mention our purchase requisition number and here release code. Release codes like manager, senior manager. So manager will give his code like MG, senior manager will give his code like senior manager. And here in this field, purchase requisition number will be there, right? So this is how we can release a purchase requisition. Same like that, how we can release a purchase order. These 3 T codes are there for purchase requisition. I just use ME54. If you just use ME54N, that also you can use. Let me show you. Okay. So in that ME54N, here we just need to provide the purchase requisition number and then hit enter. And then on there, like release strategy tab will come and just need to release from there. Okay, so 3 options are there to release purchase requisition, like by just using T code ME54N, ME54 and ME55. Okay, and this is only required from end user side, like how to release. Even higher authorities have the access for that, but you as a end user, you must be aware about that, how to release the purchase requisition and how to release a purchase order. So to release a purchase order, T code is ME20N. So ME29N. So what's the business requirement? You should be aware of the business requirement and T code as an end user. That's more than sufficient. So what's the business requirement? Like if client just want to activate that release procedure for that purchase order, then this purchase order can only be converted to goods receipt. Like we can't do a goods receipt posting, GR posting. That I will show you after that. Like, let me tell you procurement cycle first. If we just want to purchase something, we will just create a PO, purchase order. We will send that to the supplier. Supplier will come with the goods, and then we will do a goods receipt. Okay, GR posting we do in SAP system as an end user. So GR posting means like checking like whatever we have ordered is everything at the same quantity or different quantity that we used to do in a goods receipt. So we used to do GR posting. After goods receipt, we used to do invoice verification. Like once that supplier has sent the goods, he also sent an invoice. Invoice is just like a bill, a fancy term for bill. So he will also send a bill. So as per that bill, we will do the invoice verification also. This is a procurement cycle when we just want to purchase something. So what this release strategy for purchase order is going to help in that. So client or like owner of the company just want like whenever a PO is created between 0 to 50,000 or 0 to 1 lakh value, then it must be released by manager at least. So we like as a consultant is going to configure that, but as an end user, like only manager have the access to release that first, then only goods receipt posting can be done. So in that case, he can release with that document by just using T code ME29N. Okay, if the business requirement is clear and T code is clear, is more than sufficient. Okay, you need not to go in a depth because it itself take at least 4 to 5 hours to explain release strategy for both purchase requisition and purchase order, but it's not required. If you are preparing for consultant role, then it's required, otherwise it's not required, right? So this is how we can do release for purchase requisition and purchase order, right? Now we will see request for quotation. I should have explained that concept request for quotation earlier, but it's fine. Like if you see, if you see like how our workflow or our process used to go, like whenever we just want to purchase something, we create a PR, purchase requisition. Okay, it's just an internal document. And after that, we used to find a vendor or supplier from whom we are going to purchase that material. For vendor selection, we use request for quotation concept, RFQ. So RFQ means like we are sending a quotation request to a supplier, like how much you are going to charge for that material. If we are going to purchase that much quantity, how much you are going to charge. So we are going to send for 3-4 supplier the quotation, and we will request for quotation, like please share your quotation for that material for that quantity, and we will send at least 4, 5, 6 supplier, whatever is the requirement. Then supplier will send their price. Okay, and supplier will send their price, then only we are going to select a supplier. Okay, we are going to purchase this material, this quantity for this plant from this supplier, from this vendor. Either I say supplier or vendor, both are same. So this much of quantity we just want to purchase from that supplier A, let's suppose. Once supplier is selected, then only purchase order is created. Directly we don't create from purchase requisition to purchase order for first time. If supplier is not known, then we used to create RFQ. But if supplier is then selected, okay, now we are going to purchase from this supplier from next time also, then every time we are not going to create RFQ, request for quotation, then we are going to use that same supplier. Okay, so this is like PO creation, purchase order creation. So first is creation of a PR, purchase requisition, then RFQ. If it's a first time supplier, then we used to create a purchase order, and then goods received document, GR posting, and then invoice verification. So this is like end-to-end flow for end users, and mostly in companies they are doing these activities: creation of PR, creation of request for quotation, creation of a purchase order, then doing GR posting, and then doing invoice verification. So you can say, if you just make a block diagram, first is purchase requisition, then if it's a first time we are purchasing from that supplier, then we are creating a request for quotation. Then there is a purchase order creation from that RFQ, and then we are doing goods received, and then we are doing invoice verification. So now let me explain you request for quotation. Okay, here also we will not go in detail. Let me explain you as per end user requirement. So this is quotation, RFQ. Okay, I will just give you an example, a practical example. What is that RFQ? So let's suppose you just want to purchase a computer. Okay, you just want to purchase a laptop, HP laptop of 6 GB RAM, 1 terabyte storage, and this storage specifications. You just went to shop one, and he just told you like what will happen. Like if you just want to purchase some computer, you will not go on the first shop and you will directly purchase from that. No, first you will go to first shop and you will ask for their quotation price, like what the price you are going to charge for this laptop. Let's suppose he is saying 30,000. Shop 2, let's suppose he is saying 35,000. Shop 3 is saying, let's suppose 28,000. So what you will do, you will compare the prices, you will compare the quotation, and you will select the vendor. Let's suppose you have selected this supplier, okay, with this price 28,000. Then once a supplier is selected, then you can create a purchase order to purchase that laptop from that supplier. Okay, so this is a request for quotation, and in that request for quotation several steps are there. So what we are going to do, we will simply like we are not going to do that in very detail. We will simply create a quotation, request for quotation, so that you can see how it looks like. Okay, because for end user it's not required in detail. So T code to create RFQ is ME41. If I just mention the steps for RFQ, if I just mention the steps, request for quotation. So for RFQ, first step, if I will say, step 1 is create a purchase requisition. So first purchase requisition need to be created. Like we should be aware about the requirement. Like, okay, we just require this material, this much quantity on this date. So for that we used to create a purchase requisition. So let me create a purchase requisition. So let me give my material number here. Let me give a material number here, quantity, net plant, these details I am giving, and just check it from here. Okay, enter the plant. Okay, okay, system used to throw, if any error is there, system used to throw by itself. So I can also select from here my plant, I can search from here. Here it is. Let me take this and check. Okay, this document type issue again coming. Okay, let me take, because someone just changed that document type, standard document type. Now let me try. These are the practice system now, so student used to make some changes there. Okay. Purchase group also let me give, and let me create a purchase requisition simply. So this is purchase requisition. Let me copy this purchase requisition. Let me copy completely, and let me paste on notepad. This is PR number. Now I'm going to create a RFQ, request for quotation, by just using T code ME41. Here quotation deadline date. So quotation deadline date can be any date after the RFQ date, because RFQ date is today's date. Like we are creating request for quotation today itself. So quotation deadline date will be any date after that RFQ date. Purchase org, purchase group. Okay, and here you can see reference to purchase requisition. So we will click from here, and we will give our purchase requisition number here. Okay, so we can create request for quotation manually also, and we can create also with respect to purchase requisition. So here I am creating with respect to purchase requisition. I'm just giving my purchase requisition number, hit enter. Let me give my storage location here. All these details just copied from my purchase requisition. Okay, just select from here, go to adopt plus detail, and here just select, and just need to give our like you can see delivery date and quotation deadline date. Delivery, as if you see if you see, the delivery date must be after a quotation deadline date. Like quotation deadline date is a date on which a supplier is going to submit a quotation. once the supplier will submit, then only we can create a PO and then he can deliver, na? So this delivery date must be always after that quotation deadline date. So hit enter, just select this, go to this address icon, supplier icon, and just mention your supplier number here. So you just need to give your supplier number here, hit enter, press hit enter. All these details is just copied from supplier master record. You just need to save it, yes, and this RFQ number is created. So this is how we used to create a request for quotation. After creating a request for quotation, we used to maintain the price once we get the price from supplier, and then after that we are going to compare the quotation, like compare the price, and then we are going to select a supplier. Then we are going to create a purchase order from that selected supplier. This is the complete end-to-end flow for that RFQ. So we will not go in detail, okay, because for end user you just need to create that, okay. In details you don't require, okay. So but let me tell you at least the steps if it's required. Like once you become a senior, let's suppose you are doing completely end to end. So this will be the steps, like create a purchase requisition first, we have already done. Then create a request for quotation with respect to purchase requisition, and this is a T code for that. After that also we have done. After that, just entering a supplier address here and giving all these details, and we have created a request for quotation. Okay, after that we are going to maintain a quotation, like we are going to enter the price, whatever price supplier has sent it. So supplier will send the quotation like, okay, let's suppose this is for supplier vendor 5000015, this is a supplier number. If let's suppose he is saying like, okay, material cost will be 79 rupees per piece, conditions will be like there will be discount of 3%, if and price will be 10 rupees. So these are the conditions. See, this is a quotation that supplier is going to send to you. This is another supplier who has shared his quotation, like material price will be 90 rupees per piece, conditions will be like 15% discount he will provide, and he is going to deliver within 1 month. And this first supplier is going to deliver in 6 weeks. And this third supplier like vendor 5000017, having a material cost this, conditions this, and he is going to deliver in current date plus 1 month. So this type of a quotation they are going to set, and we just need to maintain a quotation in a T code ME47. Like we are going to maintain all these details in that ME47, whatever supplier has sent it. After maintaining that, what we are going to do, we are going to compare. Okay, these are the conditions, these are the price, these are the details they have shared, we have maintained that in the system. Now we are going to compare, like which supplier should we select. So we are going to see their prices, their condition, and SAP system is that much like intelligent or smart. Itself SAP system will select a supplier. Okay, this supplier you should take, like whatever best supplier will be there, it will rank 1, then second best 2, then third best 3. Okay, and it will turn in a green signal, and another one is turned to blue signal. So whatever is the selected supplier, you just need to select and you need to create a purchase order. That simply means we are going to purchase from this supplier. But selected supplier we are not going to select, we simply going to reject that. Okay, and for that we are going to select the R checkbox and we are going to save that. Then we used to send a rejection letter to the rejected supplier, and selected supplier we are going to create a PO. Okay, in consultant syllabus we used to cover each and everything, and then after that we used to create a purchase order to purchase from that same supplier. So we used to create a purchase order, right? So you can see, for rejected quotation it will give a message like quotation item already rejected, but for selected vendor you can create a PO. And check in PR display in ME53N. So in ME53N, in PR display you can see like these are the quotation and these 3 are the quotation for this PO. Okay, so this is complete end-to-end process for that request for quotation. So we will not go in details. I just explain you how to create a request for quotation, but I didn't explain how to maintain that price, how to compare the quotation, how to do all these things. If you require a separate video for that, I will make a separate video. Because I'm just giving a overview for end user syllabus. If you just want to prepare for end user interview, you can go through that. But if you just require a complete like RFQ videos proper on SAP S4 HANA, just write down in the comment section. I will definitely make a video on that. Okay, so this is request for quotation. Okay, so we have covered until now. We have covered basic navigation. Yes, covered. We have covered material master record. We have covered vendor master record. We have created a purchase requisition by just using T code ME51N. We have created, we have changed, we have displayed, we have seen what's the business requirement for purchase requisition. We have covered each and everything as per end user's perspective. We have seen how to create a PO, its different tabs, how to convert purchase requisition to purchase order. We have seen how to change a purchase order, how to display a purchase order. That all we have seen. Okay, and we have seen that release strategy also we have covered, like when we use that release strategy and how to release and who is responsible to release these documents. And now we have seen request for quotation also. So we have created a request for quotation by just using T code ME41, and after that we have maintained a quotation by just using T code ME47, and we have just compared a quotation by just using T code ME49. And after that, like what we need to do, we just need to convert that RFQ to PO. This is important. Let me tell you for end user point of view, like how you guys are going to create a PO from that request for quotation. So simply what you are going to do, simply you will just use T code ME21N and to create a purchase order, and just go to document overview on, and here go to selection variant and go to request for quotation tab. Here it is. Just click on that, just give your details like your purchase organization, hit enter. That all are your request for quotation. So let me take any of that and let me just adopt this to show you how we can create a purchase order with respect to request for quotation. So just select whatever RF you just want to select, just click on adopt. Okay, like someone have changed the document type. This is the reason we are getting this error. So this is how we can like create a PO. We will just click on here and we will just save that. Okay, and you can see this quotation is rejected because in configuration part I have rejected this supplier or this supplier this quotation. That's the reason it's showing this error. Okay, so this is how we used to create a purchase order with respect to request for quotation by just clicking here and just adopt this and just save it from here. Okay, like it's holding because the error is coming. So like that you can create a PO. Okay, so it's required as an end user also. Now we will see goods receipt document. This is also one of the most important. So how we are going to do a goods receipt, we will see that. So we will see goods receipt, GR posting. So in goods receipt, T code is MIGO. T code is MIGO. Some people used to say MIGO, someone used to say MIGO. So this is a MIGO. Okay, and let me create a PO first. we are going to create a purchase order, PO creation is there. Then we will create a PO by just using T code ME. We are going to create a PO by just using T code ME21N. Okay, and we are going to do GR goods receipt GR posting by just using T code MICO. Goods receipt posting, GR posting document or goods receipt posting. So let me do it. Let me open a screen. Let me create a PO first. So let me use T code ME21N to create a purchase order. Let me give a supplier number here. Let me give a material number here. And in org data, we just mention purchase org, purchase group, company code, net price, currency, and plant. Hit enter, and let me maintain tax also here. So how I'm going to maintain a tax? Let me simply take an item detail here, and let me give my tax code here. So I'm taking 0% tax. Okay, this is asking like on this date it can be delivered, so we can change the date from here also. So hit enter, and check and save it. So we just created a PO. Now next step is we are going to create a GR posting or goods receipt. So let me paste it here in a notepad. Let me copy PO number from here. Let me go to MIGO, T code MIGO. Let me give my purchase order number here. So this is a goods receipt screen, GR posting screen. So here, let me open again by just using T code MIGO or MIGO, whatever you say. And here we can do a goods receipt against purchase order. Okay, so we are going to do that against purchase order, and we will mention our PO number here. Make sure movement type must be 101. So what's that movement type? So movement type is like for each and every goods movement, there is a movement type, a number, like movement type is associated with that. One unique movement type is associated with that. For example, for goods receipt, movement type is 101. For cancellation, movement type is 102. For return delivery, we just want to return something, then movement type is 122. For good issue, like we are issuing some good to our companies, employees, let's suppose in production department or quality department, then movement type is 201 or 201. So that movement type is important here. Okay, so 101 is for goods receipt. So we are doing goods receipt against purchase order. Hit enter. Just give a storage location here. Item okay. Check, and you can do one thing, like you can see that different tabs are there. So material tab, like this is related to material number, material group, all these details are there. In quantity, like how much quantity in unit of entry, like how many quantities are there. Okay, so how much quantity we are going to deliver or we are going to receive. So let's suppose 100 quantity we are going to receive. We have ordered, let's suppose 100, and we are going to receive 100, completely 100 quantity, then we are going to mention it 100 here. But if we are going to receive only 50 quantity and hit enter, it can be the scenario, like 50 quantity we are going to receive right now and 50 quantity we are going to receive next week. It can happen. So in that scenario, we can change the quantity from here manually. Okay, it can happen like supplier is saying like, sir, you have ordered that, but on that delivery date I can only send 50 quantity. Remaining 50 quantity I will send next week or next month. So that we will mention it here, right? Just check it. So here it will come like a deficient of 50 quantity because 100 quantity PO is there. But we are just receiving 50 quantity here. This is the reason this warning is coming. Okay. So we can check and we can post. But let me receive complete 100 quantity. So just check it and just post it from here. So you can see material document is posted. This is the sign like goods receipt is done. Goods receipt is done. Right? So this is how we can do the goods receipt and how we can display that. I can simply go to display here, hit enter, and you can see each and everything. This is right now in a display mode. We can display goods receipt like that. So right now you can see how much quantity? 100 quantity. How much quantity we have received? 100 quantity. Okay. Where we have received that? We have received in plant 01 in storage location 01. If you want to see the stock, how much stock is there? We can see directly from here. We can directly check the stock overview from here. So total this much of stock is there. Okay, after receiving that 100, total earlier that was 1500, now it's 1600. Right? So this coming in unrestricted use. Why is that like in on order stock that much quantity? Because for them we just created a purchase order, but we didn't post it a goods receipt. So these all are in on order stock. So just focus here. What this means? This is important. So whenever we are creating any PO purchase order, that quantity will go in that on order stock until and unless we will post a goods receipt. Once we will post a goods receipt, then it will come from on order stock to unrestricted use. Right? So why sir? Why this much of amount? 2627 stock is coming here in on order stock. Where in storage location 1, 1205, in storage location 2, 120. Because I just created so many POs, but for these POs I didn't did goods receipt. So this is the reason it's coming in on order stock. So as an end user, you must be aware about all these things. Right? We just did a goods receipt. If we want to see the goods receipt in that purchase order history, we can see. How we can see? We just need to go to ME23N to display purchase order. So we can see, we will just click on this other purchase order. We will mention our PO number here simply. This is our PO number. Copy and paste it here. Hit enter. Right? So in status tab, if you see, you can see ordered 100, delivered 100. Earlier on delivered it was 0, but right now delivered is also 100. Ordered is also 100, delivered is also 100, but still to delivered is 0. Earlier still to deliver was 100. Right? Invoice 0 because we didn't did any invoice yet. So that's the reason invoice is showing 0 here. So ordered 100, delivered 100, still to delivered 0, invoiced 0. Right? And here also in purchase order history tab you can see goods received document. Like goods received is done on 5th of the April 2025. Like that you can see. Right? So this is how we can do the goods receipt, posting goods receipt against purchase order, selecting correct movement type. This is important, like movement type is 101 for goods receipt. Okay, and like we are checking the stock location on which storage location we are doing. If it have any batch details, we are maintaining there. Let me show you batch details. Okay, the batch and all these things is configured via that consultants, but we can enter these details whatever is provided to us. So let me give here this display last document. for another view, but it's okay. Whatever I just want to explain to you, let me explain. Let me see what's the document number. This is our goods receipt document. If we just double click here, from here also we can go to the display mode. Okay, so here like we can maintain all these things. If we just activate the batch management, in that case of a batch management, we can maintain those details. Okay, like batch number and all these details. But as I didn't activate the batch management, this is for once we just activate batch management, that batch tab will come here. Okay. So that's also a higher level topic. I'm not saying that. Then we will see invoice verification. But before that, we are going to see stock overview. This is important. So you as an end user sometimes need to check how much stock is there for this material, how much stock is there for that material. How you guys are going to check that? By just simply using a T code MMBE. Check stock overview. How we are doing by just using T code MMBE. So by just using T code MMBE, we can see the stock for each and every material, like how much stock is available in our company's premises. So we will use just a T code MMBE, and in that MMBE, let me give my plant. Okay, and if we just want to see for some material, let's suppose I just want to see for mat 02 or mat 01. If I just want to see for this material number, how much stock is there in the company's premises, we will just execute from here and we can see the stock. Like 1600 stock is there for this material mat 02 in that plant KL01, and this is in on order. So we can see the stock by just using T code MMBE, and accordingly we can give all these details, like we just want to see only for store location 1 for this material for this plant. So I can filter out the data from here. So in storage location 1, this quantity is there, like all quantities in a storage location, you can say. Right? And if I just want to give, like batch number is some batch number is there, like if you have seen on the medicine, some batch numbers are there. So we can configure that also. But for end user, you need not to configure, they will just provide, the company provide, okay, this is a batch number, you just need to give manually. Okay, so as per batch number also we want to see the stock, we can also see. Like for some particular material, there are say so many batch. So as per the batch, if you want to filter out and you want to see how much for this batch is available for this material, how much for this batch is available for this material, we can also see from here. So we can simply see stock overview by just using T code MMBE. And if we just want to see the posting, like how much posting is there, like how much goods receipt is there, how much return delivery posting is there, how much like cancellation is there, we can simply use T code MB51. Mostly we will not use that, but let me tell you, mostly we will just use stock overview. So for like posting, material posting, you can use this. MB51. Just use T code MB51, and here we can give these details. Right? In MB51 we just need to mention our material number, plant code, storage location code. Once we just execute, we can see how many postings are there. Postings means on this and this date how much quantity we have received, how much quantity is returned, each and everything we can see. Like if I want to see only for, like see how much important movement type is. If I want to see only for goods receipt, I will give 101 here. If I want to see return delivery, for return delivery movement type is 122. Then we will mention it here and execute. there is no return delivery for this material. If we just want to cancellation, like this much time of a goods receipt is there, cancellation, anything we can see as per the movement type also. So these are the filters if you just want to use, like on which posting date, username, as per that we can filter out the data, right? So this is how we can do a goods receipt and how we can see the stock overview and material posting, document posting you can say. So this is all about that. Now we will see invoice verification. Last topic of our course, this crash course. This is invoice verification we will see. Invoice posting you can see. So invoice posting we will see, invoice verification process, like linking PO and GR. Okay, so linking PO and goods receipt to invoice. That means we used to say invoice posting or invoice verification is a three-way match or three-way matching. Like we are checking our purchase order quantity and value is same with goods receipt value and price, and it's same with the invoice verification or invoice price and quantity. Then we used to post a invoice. So that we are going to see. And how we are handling the tax and all these things we will see. So let me show you on SAP screen. Now we will see invoice verification in our SAP system, like how we can do invoice verification. So let me open my SAP screen here. Let me log in on SAP S/4HANA. So what's T code to do invoice verification or invoice posting? Let me open a notepad. Invoice verification, and T code is simply Miro, MEIRO. So how we are going to do invoice verification? Let me take my purchase order, whatever I have taken for GR posting. Let me take that same PO number. So here it is. So let me use T code MIRO, Miro, hit enter, and here just mention your company code, hit enter, and this screen will open. So this is your invoice verification screen. Here we are going to mention our invoice date. So today's date I am giving. Here we need to give, in this field we need to give our purchase order number. So our PO number is this, hit enter. Okay. So once you hit enter, you can see this all details just copied from PO, your purchase order. Like all these details like material number, tax, each and everything is just copied from there. So we will go to this tax tab because this extra tax is coming. This is a system issue. So let me delete this row. Okay, this is my tax T0, 0% tax I am taking. Okay. So, but in real time it will not be a 0%, it will be like 10, 15%, something like that, 18% GST, let's suppose. So that tax will be there. But I am just taking 0% because this is a FICO FI part, and we just want to test this, like how we can do invoice verification. So I am not creating any tax, I just created for 0%. So just click on calculate tax here, and whatever value is there, you just need to paste it here, the same value, like 1000, hit enter, and you can see you just need to go to that message and it's asking for business place. So mainly in SAP S/4HANA we also need to provide our business place here. So that also configured or created by consultant. You just need to give that business place whatever they have configured. And after giving that, just hit enter all these details. It will turn to yellow. That means it's just a warning there is no error. So errors we have to resolve. If we are facing warning, that we can resolve, we can ignore, right? So here it's turned to green, that means it's error free, and it's turned to 0, that means now we can post that invoice verification. So we will go to simulate, and in that simulate you can see all these values there. So let me just post it by just clicking on this post, and this invoice verification is posted. So you can see this invoice verification is posted, right? From where I can see that in ME23N, simply I can see in ME23N we can simply see that. So I will just click on this other purchase order, and I will mention my PO number here, hit enter, and hit enter, and here in status tab now you can see it's again updated. Now ordered 100, delivered 100, still to delivered 0, invoiced 100. Okay, so for 100 quantity we just post invoice, so it's updated. Still to delivered 0 because complete 100 quantity we have delivered, delivered complete 100, ordered 100, and its value also there, like 1000 ordered value, delivered value also 1000 USD, and invoiced value is also 1000 USD. And in here in purchase order history tab also you can see this is my invoice document and this is my goods received document. So that all we can see here in purchase order history tab, right? So from here we can see. So if I just say what is a procurement cycle, what is procurement cycle? What is procurement cycle? So in procurement cycle you can say first step is create purchase order. I'm not considering purchase requisition because it's not mandatory, it's just an internal document. Okay, and RFQ also I'm not considering here because RFQ we are only creating for once we are purchasing for first time, then only we are taking that RFQ, request for quotation. So in procurement cycle you can say first step is create PO, second step is like, let me give you with example. So procurement cycle is because this is very important, interviewer can ask you what's a procurement cycle as an end user. So procurement cycle is like purchasing to like paying is a procurement, complete procurement cycle. So let's suppose in my organization I just want to purchase raw material. So what I will do, I will just create a purchase order for that, and then I will send that to a supplier or a vendor, and then vendor or supplier will send a goods to us and we will receive that in our company's premises, and with the goods he will also send a bill like invoice. So that with that bill also we will do invoice verification in our system. Okay, so but before that we will just do a goods receipt by just using T code MIGO. After doing goods receipt, after posting GR document in our SAP system, we will do invoice verification. We will verify invoice, whatever invoice supplier have send it to us, it's like same with our PO value and GR value and quantity. If yes, then like invoice verification will be posted and then we will make a payment. So this is a complete procurement cycle, right? So create PO, first step is create PO, second step is create goods receipt, third step is create invoice verification. What's a T code for invoice verification? This is MIRO. T code is MIRO. For goods received, T code is MIGO. For PO, T code is ME21N. Okay, that we have seen in our SAP's S4 system. So if we just do a quick review for complete SAP MM end user, so what we have seen in that 3.5 session, what we have seen, if we just have a quick review, or we will just summarize that. So first of all, we have seen navigation part, like how we can do a navigation, how we can log in, how we can log off from the system, what is SAP easy access screen, how we can use a transaction code, and how we can also do that same transaction with the help of navigation. And we have also seen how to create a favorite there, so that also we have seen. Then we have seen material master record, and we have created material there by just using T code MM01. And we have seen like to display and to change T codes are there, like to change record is MM02 and to display this is MM03. And we need to mention all material related informations like material type, basic unit of measurement, valuation class. These details we have seen there. Then we have seen vendor master record, how to create a vendor master record. In ECC also we have seen, in SAP S4 HANA also we have seen. In ECC T code is like XK01 to create, XK02 to change, and XK03 is to display. In S4 system, the T code is BP, business partner BP, right? So we have seen how to create a vendor master record in both ECC and S4 HANA. Then we have seen like what's the business requirement for purchase requisition, why we are creating a purchase requisition, what's a T code to create a purchase requisition. This is ME51N. To change, this is ME52N, and to display, this is ME53N. And if we want to see the list of our purchase requisition, T code is ME5A. So we have seen all these things. Then we have seen how we can convert a purchase requisition to a purchase order, and what are the different tabs are there in both purchase order and purchase requisition, and what's the business requirement of these fields. We have seen one by one, and we have discussed each and everything, each and every area of that purchase order and purchase requisition. So that's very important. That's the reason I gave like more time on that PR and PO. Then display and change we have seen for PO, this is ME22N, to change and to display is ME23N. And if we want to see the list of purchase orders or purchasing document list, T code is ME2L. If we just want to see as per vendor, if we want to see as per material, T code is ME2M. And if we want to see as per supplier, then ME2L. So that we have seen. Then we have seen goods receipt, how we can do a goods receipt by just using T code MIGO, what's the movement type there, how we are just doing a goods receipt posting in SAP system, in SAP S4 HANA we have seen. Invoice verification also we have seen by just using T code MIRO, how we are just doing invoice verification, which fields is mandatory there, and how we are doing that we have seen. And stock overview, like as an end user, how can you check stock, how much stock is there in our company's premises, how you can track that, how you can see that, all we have seen by just using T code MMBE. And how we can see the postings, like by just using T code MB51. So that all also we have seen in that, right? And PO history tracking we have seen, like how we can see the status and PO history in ME23N, like we can see all the reports, how much quantity is ordered, how much is like on order, how much is already invoiced, how much is already received, that all we can see. We have also seen release strategy, like when we are using that release strategy and what's the business use of that release strategy, that also we have seen. For both purchase requisition and purchase order, we have seen release strategy. And request for quotation, like what's the business requirement, in details we have seen what's the business requirement for request for quotation, and how to create a request for quotation, how to maintain a request for quotation, and how to convert that request for quotation to purchase order, that all we have seen. So that's all about our SAP MM end user course. And if you just want anything like to be explained in detail, you can let me know in comment section. Definitely I will try to make a video on that. And if you want a complete course, even a live course or recorded also, I beautifully covered that each and everything in my recorded LMS. And you can go at very reasonable cost. I have provided that course on SAP MM S4 HANA, like a project implementation. I have done that, like 4 or 5 project implementation I have completed, and I have mentioned that in first pinned comment also you can see, and you can purchase that video course, LMS course, and so many things are there in that course, like configurational, complete configurational documents will be there, job support will be there, like you will have the access to our job portal, you can access to our resume, you can access like to that videos for complete 1 year, and whatever updates will be there, I will keep on adding new and new videos. Believe me, this is a one-step solution for you that complete it will be like more than 40 hours course will be there for consultant, almost 50-hour course, and each and everything I have explained beautifully in with the notes also. I have explained with the configurational notes, cheat sheets are there, interview questions are there in that, so everything at very reasonable price. You can just go and you can purchase simply. So I will mention that link in my comment section also, and in my description also, for like easy learn like LMS we have, where you can go and purchase any courses, not only for MM, for FICO, for SD, for PP, for ABAP, for BTP, for all the modules, all courses beautifully with by the best of the best trainer in the market we have launched at very reasonable price. You will see best of the best trainer, all will be either a YouTube trainer, corporate trainer who have the good year of experience, and their way of teaching is superb. So you can just check out, and there's a one bonus is there, like starting 3 to 4 videos in each and every course is totally free of cost. You can check it out, then only you can purchase. Okay, so if you like this efforts, whatever we have put for that, like end user crash course we have completed, if you like our efforts, please like this video and share in your SAP circle, as sharing is a caring. So thank you guys, thanks a lot, may God bless you all. Bye, take care. Now we will see like how we can use SAP Fiori. Like as for end user, you just need to work on Fiori tiles. So how we are going to use that Fiori tiles in that demo server, and how we are going to add a host file, that we will see. So let me take you to SAP screen, SAP GUI. Just log in. Just give your user ID and password. Hit enter. And here I will just mention my T code /n/UI2/FLV. So this is a T code to launch Fiori. So you just give that T code in that command prompt and hit enter. So you will come to this page. Just go to advanced, just click on advanced, click on proceed to S4 HANA 2023 sapserver.com. just click on this. Give your username here. So whatever username you have, whatever user ID you have, just give that user ID here, and give your password here. If you want to change your password, you can simply change it from here itself, but right now we are just going to log in. So it will take some time. Okay, so you can see this is Fiori, and you can see here like bank relationship, like FICO related tiles are there, cash operation tiles are there, basic cash operation, liquidity management, all these tiles are there. But in real time, if you are MM end user, you will have access to whatever tiles you are working. Let's suppose you are creating a PO, you are creating that purchase info record, so you will have access to those tiles only. You will not have access to all these whatever tiles are mentioned here. But as it's a demo server, so like all the tiles are there related to MM, some tiles related to FICO, some tiles related to HCM. So all tiles are there, right? So how we are going to use that SAP Fiori? So what is tile? I'm saying again and again tile, tile, tile. So whatever you are saying now, like this is a one tile here, this is another tile here, this is another tile here. So these all are tiles. These all are tiles, right? These all are tiles. Okay, so how we can customize we will see, and how we are going to create a PO, or how we are going to create a purchase info record from that tiles, that we will see. Like how we can use a Fiori, that we will see as an end user, how we are going to use that. But before that, if you are going to use that in your demo server, first you need to configure host file configuration. So how you are going to do a host file configuration? For every server, that host file configuration setup is different. I'm just telling for my server, whatever server I'm using. So if you are using that same server, then you can use that same procedure. So you just need to go to notepad, just search, just press window key from your keyboard and just press here notepad. So once you that's open, just right click on that and just click on run as administrator. Just give the permission to that, just select yes from here. Okay, so in that you just need to go to file and you just need to go to this open section. Just go to open and here just go to Windows C. Just go to this PC and go to Windows C from here. Go to Windows, here we need to go to system 32. So just check system 32, here it is. Just click on this system 32. Here we just need to go to driver. So you can see here drivers is there. So just click on driver. Here you can see etc. Just go to etc and from here just select all files. Just select from here all files, right? And you can see that host file is there. So just click on this and just open that, and here you just need to add your host file. Like this is a host file that I added. So you just need to add it as per your system, whatever server you are using, whatever demo server you are using. You just need to give their IP address, their version, their host file, complete host file you need to add here. And after that just save it. After giving that host file configuration, save from here. You can save from here. Okay, like save from here. So once it's saved, what you need to do, you just need to go to this SAP logon. Just double click on your server, just give your user ID and password. So just hit enter and just give your T code here, like /n/FLP. This here it is, /n/UI2/FLP. So this is a T code to launch Fiori. So just give this T code, hit enter, and it will take this screen. Okay, here you just need to before that one more screen can open, like it's like you just want to go without safety. Just select that without safety and you can go, you can proceed. So here I'm just giving my user ID and my password. So this is my user ID and this is my password. So just mention your user ID and password and hit enter. Let me give it again. Just log in, and from there also you can change your password. So that will open, home screen will open from here. Okay, so these all are tiles, whatever roles are assigned to your profile in SAP system, like basis consultant used to assign the roles, whatever roles are assigned to your profile, your user ID, you can access to those tiles. Okay, these are tiles, we used to say tiles. So these tiles related to bank relationship, if you just go to bank relationship, you can see all tiles related to bank relationship. If you just go to cash operation, you can see tiles related to cash operation. If you just go to basic cash operation, you can see tiles related to that. Liquidity management, tiles related to that liquidity management, bank account application. Mostly these tiles are related to SAP FICO. So FICO end users will have access to those tiles. Like they will also don't have all access. Like let's suppose I am an end user. So whatever task I am doing, I will have access to those tiles only. I will not have a complete access of the tiles. In that deposits, you can see some another tiles are there, like for HCM, these tiles are related to HCM. For some manager, these just required, so they can just use these tiles. Okay, so from here we can see these tiles. Okay, so these all are tiles available. You can go and you can do that. If I just want to go to purchase order, because it's related to SAP MM, you can just go and you can just create your purchase order. You can create purchase order from here. You can manage that purchase order from here. So different tiles, these are the set of tiles. If you just want to maintain RFQ, you can maintain from here. If you want to manage source list, you can manage source list from here. Okay, if you want to create a RFQ, request for quotation, you can do it from here. So we will see that one by one. If you want to create a purchase info record, you can create from here itself. Okay, you can display purchase info record. So whatever you are doing in SAP GUI with the help of T codes, you can do that by just using these tiles. You can just perform all that transaction with the help of these tiles, right? If you want to do mass change, a T code to do that is mass, that also you can do that. If you want to do purchase requisition, so here from here you can manage purchase requisition. From here you can create a purchase requisition. That all we can do from here, right? And you just need to go here. You can see your profile from here, and whatever changes you just want to make, you can make from here itself. So if you want to see recent activities, if you just click on recent activities, you can see your recent activities. Like 1 hour ago you just create a purchase info record, and I just created 1 hour ago manage preferred supplier list. That all I just created 1 hour before. So that we can see here. Okay, and in that you can see recent activities. You can see frequently used app, frequently used tiles. So just go to that frequently used tiles and you can see, you can easily see whatever tiles are used frequently. Like create purchase info record I have used, create purchase order I have used, those tiles I have used, right? Then this option is app finder. If you want to find some app, like you are not able to see that, if you just want to find that, you can go from here and you can find. So let's suppose you just want to see purchasing related or master data related, you just want to see the tiles, you can see from here. If you want to see display material, you can see from here. Okay, and this is important. So from here you can pin, you can add tiles to your home screen. Let's suppose I just want to create a new group like SAP MM, SAP MM or SAP MM end user, let's suppose. So you can create and you can just pin that to this group. Okay, so you can select from here and you can just add to that. If you want to add, you just want to pin that to my home, you can also pin that to my home also. Okay, So like that you can pin that in your home screen if you want to see those tiles, and you can find simply your tiles from here. So let's suppose I just want to use this tile, display material. So I will just go to that, and I can see that material like MM03 is a T code that we have seen to display material. But if I want to see with the help of this tile, that also I can do. I will just give my material number here, and I will continue to that, and I can see like views are coming here. Let's suppose I just want to see these views: basic data 1, purchasing, accounting 1, general plant data storage 1. I will just mention and I will hit enter, and I will give my plant and storage location here. Okay, and just hit enter. Now I can see this is in a display mode. I can see basic data 1 view, I can see basic data 2 view, I can see purchasing view, each and everything I can see. Look, like basic data, basic unit of measurement for this is each, for this material group is 0 1, each and everything I can see from here itself. So I can simply create a material master record from here itself, right? This is for plant data storage 1. We can see these all details from here itself, right? So this is how you can do. If I just want to exist from here, I can exist from here. Again, if I just go to profile, and if I just see other features, like we have seen recent activities, we have seen frequently used activities, frequently used tiles, or recently activities. In app finder you can find any app you just want to find, you can find from here itself. In setting, if we just want to make these changes, let's suppose I just want to make that theme, I just want to change that theme, I can change that. Right now theme is SAP morning horizon. So if you want to change theme from here itself, you can change that. Okay, right now this is a theme. If you want to change that theme, you can simply change. Right now I'm not changing any theme. Okay, whatever standard theme is there, I'm using that same theme. But in setting you can make the changes in theme also. In home page, if you want to see all content, you can see all content. Right now I'm seeing all the tiles, all apps, all content, because I just selected show all content. If I just want to see like show one group at a time, then like only one group will be seen, like you can see here. So like SAP end user, only these tiles are there. For bank relation, only these tiles are there. In my home, these tiles are there. So that we can change from here itself. In setting, in that home page, you can change, you can select that, and you can save from here, and it will reflect. Then user activities. So if you want to track my recent activities, like you have seen from here, I have seen recently open apps or recent activity. If we are going to uncheck mark this and we are going to save it, then we are not going to able to see our history. And if we just want to clear our history, we can also do that from here itself. So if I just want to clear my history, I can do from here itself. Right? If I just want to make the changes in language, I can make the changes, but I am keeping that English. If I just want to make the changes in date format, I can make the changes. Right now it's like that Georgian date format, like date, month, year. But if you want to change that, that also you can do from here itself. And if you want to make this time format 24 hours or 12-hour time format, that also you can do from here. If you want to make the changes in time zone, you can do. But right now we are in India, so that's a Asia, Kolkata. So whatever your country is there, it will reflect as per that. If not, you can change from here. Decimal format also you can change from here itself, but I'm not going to change anything. I'm keeping that same. So from here in setting, you can change all these things. Default values. So what's that? Default values. Whatever default values are there, if you want to change that, you can change from here, but I'm not changing. I'm just putting that standard whatever is there. So I told you like how can you customize each and everything Let me save it. Just wait a while. Okay, so we can customize from here itself and we can save that. So you can see your changes were saved. If we just want to edit our home page, we can edit from here. If we just want to remove that from home page, we can remove. If we want to add some another tiles or apps in our home page, we can add. So let me add some another tiles to my home page. Okay, so let me take some tiles related to MM. Like display, material, product list, that also I want to see. I will just pin from here and it will be visible on home page. Again, if I unpin that, that will be removed from home page. Okay, so if you want to see these reports like service spent, how much is spent on service, how much is spent on purchase, if your manager they just want to see all these reports, they can see from here itself. They can extract all these reports also. So purchasing condition is there, all these related to purchasing. If you want to create a scheduling agreement, you can create from here itself. So I'm just going to pin this in my home, like create purchase order, change purchase order, display purchasing document by supplier, by material. Okay, if I just want to pin that on my home page, print purchase order, that also I can do. So if I just want to make that purchase requisition, whatever apps I just want to put on home screen, I can put simply by just pin that. So create purchase requisition, just pin from here. Create purchase order, why purchase requisition, that also I can pin. If I want to display purchase requisition, I can pin that. Okay, if I just want to pin that purchase info record, I can pin from here. So that all done by basis. Okay, you just need to add all these tiles, you just need to use these tiles. I'm just telling you how you can just add those tiles to home screen so that you have some basic idea on that. Okay, if you want to pin this tile also, I will just, if we just want to pin that also, we can pin. Okay, now if I will just go back now to that home screen, okay, so one group at a time. Okay, okay, so you can see like in my home screen all these apps just came, like display, material, create purchase order, whatever I have pinned, all just came to my home screen. So let's suppose I just want to create a PO. So I will just go to this tile as an end user and I will simply create a PO from here. How I'm going to do that? Simply I will give my supplier number. So let me check my supplier number that I have created. Okay. So any supplier, if I just want to mention, I will just mention. So let me take this supplier number. Okay, all these details will be provided to you as an end user. You need not to create that master data or supplier. You need not to create. company will provide you, like consultant, MDM consultant mostly are going to create that. If you are end user, you just need to give all these details. So here supplier number, in org data we are going to mention our purchase org, purchase group, company code, material. So whatever your material number is there, just give your material number, quantity, net price, currency, check, and save it. Okay, so like that we can create a PO. Okay, that PO is created. So let me give that again. Go to org data, give your purchase org, give your purchase group, company code, we will just mention our material number. So this is mat 01, this is my material number. You can just give your material number, your quantity, your price, and your currency, whatever it is. Okay, just check from here. Purchase order still contain faulty items, enter plant. So we just need to enter plant also. So same like in GUI we have created a PO, same like that we just need to click. Okay, and we need to check and we need to proceed with that. So just check. Right now it's error free and I can save from here itself. Now you can see PO is created. You can simply see from here PO is created. So like that you can create purchase order or purchase requisition. Let me show you. Like we have created that purchase order. Okay, if I just want to create a purchase requisition, so I will just go this tile or app, you can say. Usually we used to say them tiles. So I can create a purchase requisition from here itself. How I'm going to create? Simply if I just want to mention header, I can mention it here. I will just simply give my material number, quantity, unit of measurement, plant, check, enter purchasing group. Okay, let me give my purchasing group from here, hit enter. So whatever error or warning is there, it will just display like it happens in that GUI also. Same like that it will show. So it's asking like, can delivery date be met? Yes, it's just a warning. We can ignore that, or else we can change that delivery date from here itself. So let me take any delivery date, save it. You can see purchase requisition is created. This purchase requisition is created. Like that I can also create purchase info record. I can print purchase order. I can create a purchase info record. We can also create a purchase order with respect to RFQ. There is a separate tile for that also. We just need to give our purchase group. We just need to give all these details and we can easily create a purchase order with respect to purchase requisition. Right? If I want to create a purchase info record, I will just simply go to that related tile and I will simply mention all these details like supplier number, material, purchase org, whatever it is, plant. Okay, and we can create any types of purchase info record, like standard purchase info record, or subcontracting purchase info record, pipeline purchase info record, or consignment purchase info record. We are going to select that checkbox and we can simply create that uh, purchase info record related to that info category. Like if we want to create for standard, we are going to select standard. If we are going to create subcontracting, we are going to create subcontracting. If we are going to select pipeline, consignment, we are going to select from here itself. Right, now let me just hit enter and it will take me to that details. Let me give all these details, like whatever is mandatory, I'm giving those details, like delivery date, standard quantity, net price, purchase group. Hit enter and give all these details. Hit enter, and let me save it. So I just created purchase info record also. So like that we can utilize these tiles, and we can easily create anything. These are just our tiles, and how you can just configure that, I have explained that also to you. You can simply display material if you want to display material, if you want to display purchase requisition, whatever related tiles you just want to use, you can use. And mostly end users are going to use these tiles, so they are going to use these tiles as per their role. Whatever role is assigned to them, they are using those tiles only, right? If I want to see all my purchasing document as per supplier, I can see. I will just give my supplier number here, and I will just execute from here. You can see these POs are there for that supplier number. These many POs are there. We can track, we can see. Okay, this is PO number, this is quantity, this is net price, this is currency. Each and everything is there. If you want to print directly, you can print from here. Okay, you can directly print from here. So this is how we can use that Fiori. Okay. So if you like this video, if you like our efforts, please like this video and share in your SAP circle. And one more thing, if you want to enroll in full course, in full SAP MM consultant course, or another like SAP FICO course, or SAP SD course, or SAP ABAP course, you can find the link in description box. I have attached the link. You can simply go to our LMS, like recording sessions, like beautifully trainers have, working professionals and trainers have made a video, and you can check out first 3 videos. These are totally free of cost. You can check out first 3-4 videos. If you like, then you can purchase that course. That's at a very reasonable cost. It's available, and certification is also there, and interview questions is also there, configurational notes are also there. Each and everything is documented in best form. You can see, you can check out, just go and check out, and if you want to purchase from there, you can purchase. So thank you guys, thanks a lot for staying up to last. Thank you. Just share with your SAP circle, as sharing is a caring. So thank you guys, thanks a lot. May God bless you all.